What is the role of a leader or manager in one organization? The answer to that question came to me when I was recently reading a classic. I was reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. For many, it has been the best business book ever published. And there is a story told by the very same Napoleon Hill where you can find the answer to that question. And the story is the following. At the beginning of the 20th century, Napoleon Hill was a young reporter working for a local newspaper, and by chance he was sent to interview the richest man of the world in the world. The richest man in the world was Andrew Carnegie, who was owner of most of the America's steel industry. So here you have the richest man in the world interviewed by a very young journalist. And during the interview, Andrew Carnegie recognized in front of Napoleon Hill that he had but little knowledge about marketing and manufacturing of steel. So Napoleon Hill asked, if you have little knowledge about the steel industry, what is your role in your organization, in your company? And Andrew Carnegie answered, my role in my organization is to be sure that my team works in perfect harmony. Well, to that answer, the young Napoleon Hill, probably pushed by the courage that youth is giving you, asked, and that's all. That's your role. All your role is that one. And to what Andrew Carnegie answered, my son, have you ever tried to have two people working in perfect harmony for a very short period of time? Because if you have not tried, go try it and let me know how it went. So in that story, you can find the real role of a manager or leader in the organization. That is not to be the expert on what you do. It's not to be able to teach all of their employees how they should do things. It's not to tell them what to do day in and day out. The real or the main role of a leader or manager in one organization is to create that environment, as Andrew Carnegie said, to work in perfect harmony, to create that environment where they trust each other, they find the creativity, the motivation, the inspiration to achieve the common goals that the organization needs them to achieve. I would challenge you to share this story with your teams, with your leaders and managers, so that they will realize what their real role is, and to have in mind that following what Andrew Carnegie did over 100 years ago is still valid today. You don't need to change anything, but have clear in mind what your role is. Hopefully that was useful for you. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Eduard Lopez. See you next time.